Riondo Collis, another one of those big co-ops of the Venetian area. I met these people. These co-ops are becoming some of the most cutting-edge technology wineries that you can come across in Italy. In this case, it's Riondo Collis. It's a relatively young one, 1998. There is 6,000 hectares, so pretty big, with roughly 1,800 vigneron winemakers that are part of this brand. Castelforte is their brand for the Pinot Grigio delle Venezie. Very elegant label. Let's give the wine a shot like we always do. Very, very fruit driven. It's really fruit driven. This is Pinot Grigio with a lot of maturity. You can tell that what they brought home in terms of crop is perfectly ripe. Because here you have mango fruit, there's a sweet passion fruit, there is also some melon. That melon is more of a, the yellow skin, the honeydew melon. Sweetness, a little bit of residual sugar here, but with good acidity. I am cleaning my mouth out with pleasant enough acidity to make sure that the wine is reactive, but the sweet touch of the wine, I think, makes this wine for me, makes it into a Pinot Grigio that is good for an aperitivo. You crack open the bottle at the right temperature, like 10 degrees centigrade, maybe a couple of degrees less, and you just go on your patio if you have one, and just crack, or you just open the window, sunset setting in your living room, and you call it a day. When you say Allegrini, you say Italy. Above all, you say Veneto, and you say Marie-Lisa and Franco, together with Silvia, Francesca and Caterina today as well. This is one of the Italian families. The roots go back to the mid-19th century, but it's today that the winery has become one of the most famous Italian brands. Actually, 20 years ago, when I was still working in London as a somm, I remember Allegrini just like booming out with the new, fresh, clean, very focused food-driven wines. So Corte Giara is one of their brands. Pinot Grigio, the label in this blue color reminds me of the most important character, the most important factor of the Pinot Grigio delle Venezie, which is water. So let's go check it out, shall we? I'm just going there, I'm looking, and what I'm looking for is the herbs, Mediterranean herbs, slightly vegetal on the nose, but also with on the other side there is a dash of white fruit maturity. I went really generous on this tasting. I was right about the maturity, so that kind of like a green element is there just to add up freshness. I've been chewing fruit for 3 times with this Pinot Grigio, 4 times right now, so that means that there is good ripeness but also good acidity, which means that there is a juicy presence, making this Pinot quite easy to drink, but at the same time leaving the aftertaste much longer than you would expect from the beginning. When to drink the wine? Man, you name it. It's good with itself. This is the 5th time, by the way. You can just drink it by itself because it's also quite smooth, but the acidity makes it a super food-friendly wine. Sessantacampi, 60 fields. Sessantacampi is the name of this winery. The logo is a cart. Why? In all the Venetian area, all the Pinot Grigio delle Venezie, the majority of the farmers were actually handing over their product, whatever that was, agricultural product, over to the Republic of Venice. The Serenissima, who wasn't handing over their wines to the Serenissima? And from Venice, wines was traveling in every corner of the world. This is the name of the parcel where the actual winery was founded for the first time. Luigi, Federico, and Chiara Zago are running the business of this estate like the current generation. So I am really curious to go try a wine with so much history, a wine from a winery with so much history. On the nose, the wine shows a walnutty presence, some lemon peel. On the palate, it's more on the lemon side. It's very light, very easy drinking, very refreshing, with a citrus finish that wants this wine for me to go straight with a cone of fritto misto. Allora, Pinot Grigio millesimato, we were saying, I just pour a drop, maybe a little bit more than a drop, in my glass to check it out for you. This is an extra brut, by the way. Remember, extra brut is the beginning of the sugar content. So what I'm trying to say, 0 to 6 sugars residual. So in other words, it's dry. You know, pretty, honestly, unexpected minerality. Gunflint, there is like the smell of a beautiful pear when you just crack it open. Right now I'm in the morning. I'm just having breakfast with this wine. I'm just thinking morning, like cereals, a little bit of strawberries that I'm getting here, and the pears. And what is it? It's like it's a touch of banana. Quite voluminous mousse on this wine. You get a sip of this wine, you gotta be careful because it's just like, it's gonna explode in your mouth. The wine is, sounds like it tastes sweeter when you drink it at first, then the final result is gonna be into your palate. So what I'm trying to say is like, there is a sweet attack. It's quite light actually, now that I'm feeling the aftertaste. The wine is relatively like, kind of like mild, medium bodied and light to medium bodied. And there is a freshness and acidity that comes right at the end, making the palate much drier than I thought it was gonna be from the first taste. 60 years ago, 33 winemakers put together Cantina Colli Vicentini. The name says it all. You are near Vicenza, we're in these beautiful round hills. And you know, I'm just thinking about these towns that sometimes it mentions, like Treviso, Vicenza, Udine, Trieste, Trento, Verona, Venezia. These are like relatively small towns with an incredible history. You have to imagine that most people, when you ask them where they're from, they're not saying I'm from Veneto. I am from Udine, I am from Vicenza, I am from Verona. I mean, people care so much about their city heritage, way more than being from Veneto or being Italians. So, thinking about Vicenza, whenever I think Vicenza, I think at baccalà alla Vicentina. I know, like I have a couple of cells in my brain. One is wine and the other one is food. So baccalà alla Vicentina is cod with flour, onion, extra virgin olive oil. Put it in the oven. You wait a half an hour or so, maybe 40 minutes. You pull it out, and what you want to drink with it? Vino. In this case, it's Cadialte. Cadialte, no, not vino. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be, question mark, Pinot Grigio delle Venezie. Cadialte is the name of this Pinot Grigio. We're gonna try it straight away. So cod can be quite it's a fish with a lot of character, very fishy fish, a little bit like fat, but not too much. And the baccalà alla Vicentina, for me, actually, I never thought of it, but it's really good with Pinot Grigio, perché no, possiamo parlare italiano a questo punto, because it's quite simple. There is not too much stuff going on. of course, I always like when I get this dash of fresh lemon juice. Vegetal note that comes through. And a, what is this? This could be like broom flowers. It's kind of like subdued floral touch. Sometimes I gotta drink. I can't spit everything out, guys. Acidity. The wine is all about crunchy, zesty, fresh, super light-bodied, not very alcoholic, so easy to drink. There's a good, once again, lemon freshness that cleans the mouth out, and I am pretty confident that that idea about cod is still with my mind. I guess it's time to go for lunch. Pinot Grigio delle Venezie, viticoltori Ponte. We're talking about Second World War, actually. These guys there's 1,000 winemakers, 1,000 vigneron, 2,500 hectares. So like that's 2.5 hectares each. They can bring the coffee to the grapes if they wanted, because it's such a small size. Of course, someone is gonna have a bigger size. What I'm trying to say though, these people really care about being a cup put together. We said Second World War, like 1948. 1948, I had a last bottle of 1948, it was 1947, but it was a Barolo, it wasn't a Pinot Grigio. Pinot Grigio, as we all know, isn't a wine that is there to age for many years. It's produced to give people enjoyment straight away. Freshness, fruit, clean, approachable with all sorts of food, mainly like salads and light fish. Why am I talking so much? Let's crack open the bottle of Viticoltori Ponte Pinot Grigio. Clear and bright color, fresh on the nose with a little bit of that perfume element. You remember when I use perfume as in floral, as in here pretty strong like jasmine. And man, what's bergamotto in English? Oh man, I gotta find that one for you next time. Oh, so my assistant just found out it's bergamot. Sometimes stessa faccia, stessa razza, the same lost in translation. Let's go back to the real business. There's a dash of spiciness here. There's some like white pepper, vanilla. This is one of those Pinot Grigios that is quite easy to drink, I must say. What I'm trying to say is that there is a good volume. The wine gets into your palate with a lot of sweetness, but without having that residual sugar stickiness to it. There is a good green apple acidity response to the wine that makes the wine a little bit more vibrant and vertical that at the beginning I was expecting. So for me, all in all, I find also like some elements of juiciness in the wine that make the wine pretty pleasant to drink. And what would I pair it with? There is the acidity that I'm leaving my mouth with, so this is good food-friendly wine as well. What with? Man, you pick. Like, you know, the risottos are good, some light pasta dish. Right now, my mind is just focusing this spaghetti alle vongole with just some little garlic, extra virgin olive oil, red hot chili pepper, boom, and you're done. We are a few miles away from the Venice shore. We're going northeast. We're reaching no, we're not really going into the mountains, but we are in one of the far east end of the Pinot Grigio delle Venezie appellation. Next to a river, there is Piera di Martellozzo winery. This is a female-run business. Piera took the business from her grandfather that in 1898 put together this winery. The name of the wine is Pietra di Martellozzo with a play on word. The Pietra di Pinot Grigio, so the stones of Pinot Grigio, because the vineyards here are looking for the roots of the Pinot Grigio. You have to look down into this stony alluvial soil to look for water. So let's go check the wine out. You know, we started off with the river. I always like this because I've been practicing wild water canoeing for so many years. Like racing the streams. I like the water, and often I took walks along rivers. And when you go down into the wild next to a river, you have this minerality that is something difficult to describe, but it's something in between a gunflint and natural elements like pine trees. That's what it's on my nose right now. Light-bodied Pinot Grigio, really easy to drink, not too aromatic. It's all on the citrus fruit character, quite reactive on the palate. This is something that you can really enjoy any time of the day. I was almost forgetting. Talking about the Consorzio delle Venezie, the DOC delle Venezie appellation. Well, first of all, you get to know that the world of Pinot Grigio, the vineyards of Pinot Grigio in the planet, are basically 50% almost in Italy. And guess what? 85% of it are in Delle Venezie appellation. How many winemakers produce Pinot Grigio in this area? There is 324 of them, and 39 are copes. So within the copes, there is even more winemaker. So in other words, there's hundreds of winemakers that produce this beautiful white wine of Italy. By the way, the most recognized Italian variety. In the past, this wine used to be pretty dilute, and in the 90s was a very small percentage of vines was Pinot Grigio. Roughly was 3,000 hectares. Today is 26,000 hectares of Pinot Grigio. And right now, this Pinot Grigio is way more fruit-driven, way more complexity, above all, way more length. In the past, it was kind of dilute and neutral. Right now, there is spices, there is minerality, and way more complexity. Basically, this appellation has brought a brand new revolution. As of 2017, this is how young the Consorzio is. By the way, the largest Consorzio in Italy, across 3 regions, Trentino, Veneto, and Friuli. Boom! Where is the revolution? The revolution is the fact that there is vineyards, new vineyard management, young entrepreneurs, young vigneron. They're all there making sure that the world can drink the delicious Pinot Grigio delle Venezie. Are you wondering what to pair with your Pinot Grigio? Well, there's plenty ways to go. First of all, Pinot Grigio with its spiciness, natural spiciness, is perfect with an aperitivo moment. That's, I think, the best you can do. So little nibbles of course, fried fish, sushi, guacamole and chips. I mean, that kind of stuff. I think there is no better variety, no better wine than Pinot Grigio delle Venezie to go for. Do you want to have pasta with Pinot Grigio? Of course you should have pasta. It's an Italian product at the end of the day. So, pasta. Well, with pasta, I would be quite cautious with I would go with some light sauces. You want to go light fish sauce, or you can go some pasta with veggies, beautiful risotto that you can have it with, beautiful risotto, because of the cheese, the fatness of the cheese, the acidity of Pinot Grigio is gonna cut through it and make it as a perfect food companion. I would refrain from heavy ragu sauces or risotto with, I don't know, bone marrow risotto. That could be a little bit too much. You need something with heavier body. Main course? Well, main course you can work with, white meat, chicken, of course fish, but not fish that you're gonna cook for too long. You want something that is lightly steamed or baked, and a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, dash of lemon, salt, boom, off you go. Pinot Grigio is basically the ultimate Italian white wine. And what is the Italian kitchen about? Simplicity. 1, 2, maybe 3 ingredients, and off you go.